There's loads of carrots in there, so...
Okay, I'm on now, Ted. Good morning, everyone. How you doing? Happy Friday. It's Lowell here from Perth, WA. I'm just going to show you a quick way to make a shake. This one's we call it the Mango Fizz shake. Alright, I'm going to do it here live, and I'm using my Ninja. I do have a Thermomix that I sometimes use. I also have a blender that I use sometimes. But I'm doing this specifically because chatting with some of the girls last night at Fit Club, and they were saying they use a Ninja and that it's really watery when they make their shakes. Now, the key is there's a few things. Bulk ice, okay, so really bulk ice. I used to make my shakes years ago and I'd put ice in, but I wouldn't get the right texture. And when I was told by my coach to put more ice in, I thought I had plenty, but I just put more in, and that was really the key, all right? So bulk ice and otherwise less liquid. You better to start with less liquid and heaps of ice and add a bit more liquid if you want. Or depending, you can add more ice later, but just if you start with a lot of liquid, you might end up overfilling your shaker. That's the only thing, okay? So, and frozen fruits, if you're using frozen fruits, that obviously adds to the texture as well. Most fruits, obviously, you can buy in packets, all right? But things like bananas, I highly recommend, especially when you see them on special. Some grocery stores have big trays when they're sort of a bit overripe, and they sell them quite cheap. So when they're like that, I grab them, peel them, chop them up. You don't even have to chop them, you can almost snap them, depends what your blender's like. Put them in little Glad bags and keep them in the freezer. Frozen bananas are great in any shake to make them nice and thick. So if you like thick shakes, bananas, frozen ones, are very good. Alright, so, and the other key as well that can make your shakes sometimes thicker, and it doesn't have to be, it can be lots of ice, it can be lots of fruit, but I do find using the protein powder definitely gives you more thickness to your shakes as well. So, here is what we're going to make today. I'm going to write this all up later, and I've actually worked out the calories too, because I know a lot of the girls are sometimes asking with some of the shakes, oh, is that not too much stuff putting in, you know, to make your shakes too many calories? With the Herbalife, we generally say don't calorie count, but if you really have no idea of how much calories are in certain things, might be an idea just to sort of work out a few of your shakes, or at least have an idea first up, because you might be adding too much stuff in. That might be sometimes the key to people not losing weight. But generally speaking, most of the shakes that we make, if you focus on, you know, your 2 scoops of formula, whether you're adding protein, roughly your 300 mils of liquid, handful of fruit, that generally is going to keep you in the right calorie count, okay? So we don't want you stressing out too much about calories. But if you're not sure and you do find you're adding, you know, lots of things like banana, peanut butter, extra nuts or oats, that's all, there's a lot of extras there, okay? So just be mindful, all right? And if you're not sure, ask on here or ask your coach. All right, so we're going to do a Mango Fizz, all right? So this one is going to be done with, you can choose whatever, just not cow's milk, okay, people? Anything that has lactose in it, you will tend to get a bit of a funny tummy, whether you're lactose intolerant or not. You might get a bit windy, gassy, bloated, and it's just because most people don't drink a lot of milk, and then when you start adding that much milk into your diet, lactose milk, you can have a funny tummy, all right? So trust me, I never used to think I'd like normal milks, or no, I say normal now, but lactose-free. This tastes exactly like cow's milk, all right? It's in the long life section. Soy milks, almond milks. Again, with your shake, I cannot taste any different, okay? I wouldn't have a glass of soy milk on its own, but with my shakes, I love my shakes with soy milk, okay? All right, so today it's lactose-free milk, just because this is what we've got handy. You can pick whatever you prefer. I'm going to do, I can't see the measurements with this, slide that up. I'm going to do 200 mils to start, okay? This is what I suggest, start less and add more ice later if you want it thick. So I'm going for 200. Okay, 200 mils of milk. I'm going to put F1 Sport in today, and you can choose to use the F1 Vanilla from the normal range if you like. You can use the F1 Select, which is your like plant-based protein. So this one's more a whey protein. The F1 Original's more your soy protein, and the F1 Select is your pea, quinoa, and what's the other thing? There's 3 things, and rice. I always forget the third one. Pea, quinoa, and rice, okay? So there's so many different options if you've got allergies and stuff, okay? But I'm going for the F1 Sport today. No particular reason. It's the one I got, okay? And it does make a shake extra creamier too, so if you do like them creamier. So 2 scoops of that one. Okie dokes, F1 Sport. Protein powder, I'm putting 1 scoop in today. It's up to you how much protein you get in your daily diet. If you don't find you eat a lot, you might want to be adding 2 scoops of protein to your shakes. There's no taste, it just gives you more protein, and protein is the really important factor. 1, to keep you full, to help you stop cravings, and to help with lean muscle. And the more lean muscle mass you have, the more fat burn you have, okay? So it's a win-win. And it fills you up a lot more. So if you find you're hungry, definitely add in your protein powder. Okay, and now I'm going to add in a handful. I've measured this out perfect, like just mainly for showing. I normally literally will just grab a handful, but just to show you, all right, so this is roughly a handful if I put it in my hand, okay, because everyone's hands are different. Oh, I lost one, but anyway, that's a handful, okay, of mangoes. Now, I've worked that out, I weighed it out so that if you have no idea of, you know, what's a handful, that is actually about 50 grams, okay? So I'm going to put that in there, 50 grams of mangoes. And like I said, I've worked out the calories to give you an idea. That 50, what did I write down? That's about 30 calories, okay? That's all there is in that. All right, so I've worked out the shake. I'll tell you later what it is, but that's that. What else is missing? This is the fizz, okay? The mango fizz. So I'm using orange Lift Off today. Well, there we go, Lift Off. Love this stuff. This is the sort of shake I would have before a netball game, okay? Because I don't want to have a heavy meal before I go and play netball, but I don't want to be hungry, and I want to have lots of energy, and I want to be fueled right. So I will have my F1 Sport for, you know, getting all my nutrition in. I'll put the Lift Off in because this will give, it's a healthy Red Bull. Put it that way. It's a healthy way the easiest way to explain it. Healthy Red Bull, okay? So it's going to give you that real instant pickup, energy, also clarity. A lot of students use this for studying and focus, mental clarity. But for me, it's the energy. So I'll pop that in my shake, and that's perfect for me to have before running around trying to be as fast as I can and on an empty tummy so I can get home and eat dinner later. All right, so we're popping one of these in. There's orange, this one's orange, and there's also a lemon lime one. I love lemon lime with the F1 Sport. That's delicious too. Okay, so one of those is going in. And just be mindful if you do pop this into a glass of water or something, be prepared for fizz. It's fizzy, it's like a Barocca, okay? So it fizzes up. And same when you open your shake, just it'll give a bit of a thingy, so just be prepared. All right, so now the ice, okay? This is the other thing that's gonna bulk it up. So again, so that it's easy for you guys to know exactly when I say bulk ice, for me, it's around 8 cubes, depending on the size of your cubes, all right? So there's 2 cubes, all right? So I'm putting 8 in to start. I don't really count them all the time, but I'm trying to do this so you guys know exactly what I'm doing. All right, so I'm putting 8 in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to blitz this up and I'm going to have a look at the consistency. Now, if I'm happy with the thickness, great, dish it up, you got your shake. If you don't quite like it and you want it thicker, my kids actually like, you wouldn't even see liquid in my kids' ones. They try and make it, it's like a sorbet. So they actually probably put about 100 mils liquid in and then more bulk ice, and you can barely see liquid. And it literally comes out like a sorbet ice cream. So if you want to eat it, then that's your key, okay? About 100 mils liquids, bulk ice cubes. All right, I'm going to put my Ninja on, so I'm going to sort of walk away a little bit so that you don't get blasted out. But just get prepared for the initial blast, okay? They need to make these live so that you can mute them, don't you? So anyway, hopefully that's their next upgrade. Going on my Ninja. Here it comes. This is my Ninja. Oh, hang on. This is my Ninja. All right, she's going to get started now. Right, let me take you out here. Alright, I'll come out here. Nice sunny spot of the house. Oh, it's still loud, isn't it? Alright, I'm going to come over here. Alright, that's a little bit less loud. Alright, so while I'm here, I'll just quickly explain. I've written it down and I will post it on the group. But just to let you know with this shake, hopefully you can hear me. Can you hear me, Tina? I can see you're on there. Alright, so your lactose-free milk, 200 mils, worked out to 94 calories. Your frozen mangoes, which was about 50 mils, was 30 calories. Ice is obviously 0 calories. F1 Sport worked out to 67 calories. Orange Lift Off is 11. Your protein powder, 30. So we've hit a total of 232 calories, which is perfect. You want to aim to keep your shakes under 300 calories is your ideal plan, okay? And see, when you do something like this, so the shake's 232, you'll see a post up I put up the other day. You want to be aiming for around 1,200 to 1,500 calories a day. So if you've saved a bit on your morning one, you could maybe have a little bit more in your lunchtime shake or in your snack or in your meal. Yeah, make sense? All right, let's go back to the kitchen. I've got to keep an eye on the time. I've got to get ready for Fit Club yet. Fit Club's this morning, people. Those that are local. All right, let's check out our consistency. So we've got my glass. It's looking pretty thick. So I'll probably be pretty happy with this, but I'll just show you what you can do to make it more if you want. So the little fizz is going to come, so we're just going to hear that little fizz. Okay. So just remember not to do it quick because you'll have a bit of that. All right, so at the moment, based on that, what we did, this is the consistency you've got, all right? So thickish, kind of like a thick shake, yeah? So what I'm going to show you though, and it tastes amazing. I love this shake. So that's sort of your consistency, yeah? Still drinkable, but thick, all right? But if you want it even thicker, we're going to add in a few extra ice cubes. So I'm putting another 4 ice cubes in. Probably still need more than that if you want to get it really thick. But anyway, we're going to go with 4 for now. So this is where you can play around with it at home. So if you've made it and you go, oh, it's still not thick, just take the lid off and put some more ice in. And you might just want to do a little at a time to see that you don't overdo it on your blender. Some blenders can't handle it, but this is the Ninja. So if you've got a Ninja or a NutriBullet, you should be good to go. All right, we're going again. So I'm going to take you away. Back out here. Beautiful day here in Perth, by the way. Alright, I haven't got anything to show you just yet. We're just running away from the noise. So it's Friday today. I'll give you a little tip actually while we're waiting. It's Friday, obviously the weekend's coming up. So just plan now. Or everything about reaching your goal is about planning, really, preparation. If you don't plan and prepare, hang on, we've got a child leaving. Mwah, I love you. Have a nice day. Mwah. Yes, so if you don't prepare, that is when you can easily fail, whether it is for planning for your day, planning for the weekend, planning for the day coming up. All right, so I always suggest to people through the week and the weekend, plan the night before, but coming into your weekend on a Friday, give yourself a bit of a plan on the Friday, okay? So think about what you might have on. If you've got things that are scheduled, like parties and stuff, you know that's coming, then prepare yourself. Know that you're going to have a party on Saturday night, so smash it Saturday. Be extra good through the day, be really good through the week, so that you can be that little bit naughtier on the Saturday night if you're going to be doing something. But as I was explaining to some of the girls at Fit Club, basically it's calories in, calories out, and if you want to lose weight, you've got to be outing more calories than inning, okay, so burning more. So you have to work out how you're going to do that. If you're going to consume extra calories on the weekend with food and alcohol, I'll put another little chart up that shows you how you can blow out your weekend by just what you do on one night, okay? But say for example it's an extra 3,000 calories, you have to find a way to get rid of that, all right? So whether you're going to go out and smash out fitness, which is a lot, you'd have to do a lot to smash out that fitness, and I particularly wouldn't want to do it. I prefer to do it with products, so I smash more Herbie tea and more Boom Juice, okay, and Chitosan. But remember, you can't overdose on any of that stuff, so you can just increase it to combat those extra calories. And I recommend that you work out roughly what the calories are that you might be drinking and eating, because then you've got, again, a successful plan and a successful mission to take off those calories, right? If you go in blindly, you won't really know if you've managed to conquer those calories or not. All right, so with those extra ice cubes, things are looking a bit more like ice cream. Okay, so we're a little bit slower and thicker and more like an ice cream. Yeah? So that was, what do we have? 8 plus an extra 4. It's a whole ice tray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it was 12. So that was 12 ice cubes to get it more like this. Okay, so for those of you that want that thickness, that's 12 ice cubes with 200 mils of liquid and 50 grams of frozen fruit. And again, so if you're not happy with that, you want it even thicker, you want to literally, you're going for a smoothie bowl, Here's what I suggest if you're doing more a smoothie bowl where you want to pour it into a plate and you want it really solid. Start with 100 mils of liquid, okay, and your 10 ice cubes and your frozen fruit, all right? And then if your blender's not chugging, then you just add in a little bit more liquid, all right? I hope that helps people. I'm going to have my beautiful mango fizz shake with lots of energy to take on Friday and go into the weekend. All right, so that is it from me this morning, people. There's my yummy shake. If you make this, share. And also if you make some shakes and you finally conquer your thickness, I'd love to hear about it, so share on this group. Okay, happy Friday, everyone. Have a good one and be good over the weekend. Yes, I'm talking to you.